Welcome back. Law enforcement sources tell CBS News the man who opened fire Saturday at a Secret Service checkpoint near the White House had previously tried to breach the property. The gunshots over the weekend sent journalists running for cover, and President Trump was inside the building when this happened. 21-year-old Nasire was killed by Secret Service after firing shots at them on Saturday afternoon. Homeland Security and Justice correspondent Nicole Sganga joins me now with more on this developing story. Nicole, what else have we now learned about what happened on Saturday and the suspect's history?
Yeah, the latest incident unfolded in one of the busiest areas around the White House. Authorities say the gunman, who, as you noted, was identified as 21-year-old Nasire had approached the Secret Service checkpoint that was near 17th Street and Pennsylvania Avenue. It was at that time that he took a revolver out of what appeared to be a messenger bag slung over his shoulder and began firing toward that Secret Service checkpoint. There's a booth that is on that intersection outside of the White House where Secret Service is usually stationed. It was at that moment that Secret Service Uniform Division officers, also known as Secret Service Police, began firing back. At least 2 officers there, still waiting on a specific number, but we know at least 1 came out of a cruiser that was positioned at the corner outside of the White House and began firing back. Best was later declared dead after being transported to an area hospital. There was a male bystander who just happened to be in the area who was also struck. He is in serious but stable condition and has undergone at least 1 successful surgery. We should also note that court records actually show that the suspect had previous encounters with law enforcement near the White House. Last June, he was accused of blocking a White House entry lane. He was sent for a mental health evaluation, but just 2 weeks later, court records say he again tried to enter White House property. In that incident, he told officers stationed at the White House that he was, quote, Jesus Christ, and wanted to be arrested. He was then arrested and he was issued a stay away order. Still unclear how he obtained that revolver that he used, but authorities are now investigating the ballistics as part of several ongoing investigations.
And Nicole, are we hearing from the White House about this? Any updates from them, especially when it comes to security?
Yeah, I mean, we know that late last night, Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche actually filed a supplemental argument in this ongoing White House ballroom litigation, calling this shooting another attempted assassination attempt. And in that filing, the Justice Department argues that without construction of this new East Wing installment that, quote, the president cannot safely conduct the business of the United States. The government actually says that the ballroom is going to include heavy steel, a drone-proof roof, missile-resistant and drone-proof columns, bullet, ballistic, and blast-proof glass, military-grade venting, bomb shelters, medical facilities. So we're actually learning more and more about the construction through all of this. President Trump, who was inside the White House at the time, thanked the Secret Service for their swift and professional action, and he also underscored what he called the need to build the ballroom into one of the most safe and secure spaces of its kind.
Okay, Nicole Sganga, thank you.